Good evening, all. This is the Honors and Minor Blended Learning course CH22036 First Aid and Safety Precautions. Under this, we have the second part, which is selection and proper use of personal protective equipments in process industries, which has three topics there. The second part has three topics: importance of PPE in preventing injuries, and follow on we had exposure of hazardous material. These are three topics which we see in the second part. Let me get into the second part and let you know. There were four topics in the first unit, first part, that is emergency response system, PRS, followed by evacuation, followed by communication, followed by we had the role of first aiders. These are the four topics we have seen in the first part. Now we are in the first part of the first topic in part 2. So now we are in the fifth topic. Fifth topic will be, we have seen the first aid in detail. Now we are with the selection and proper use of personal protective equipment in process industries. This is, we all know helmet, gloves, all the shoes, safety shoes are all PPEs. Without that, none of the process industries can function, or none of the employee we cannot make them safe. So let us introduce. In process industries, workers encounter a wide range of hazards that can lead to injuries, that can lead to illness, that can lead even fatalities. Sometimes death will also happen. That is what is fatalities. While engineering controls and safe work practices are the primary means of hazard control. So that is what the first topic of the part 2 is selection and proper use. How we have to select and what are all the proper means to select this PPE in process industries. That's what we see here. Which will be this PPE, personal protective equipment, plays a crucial role in providing an additional layer of protection when other measures are insufficient or as a supplementary precaution. Again, I repeat, PPE plays a crucial role in providing an additional layer of protection. It is one more layer, overlayer for protection when other measures are insufficient. That is, other measures are insufficient. This will support the leg, toe, all these things. It is a supplementary precaution. We do say it's a supplementary precaution. This complete this topic will elaborate about this selection of importance of proper PPE selection and how we mitigate the risk within the process industries and drawing upon the provided sources, which will be completely shown here. So let us get into it. Identifying the hazards in process industries. What are all the hazards we see in the process industries and how it goes? Before we get into the PPE, identifying hazards in process industries. Before PPE can be selected, it is essential to identify the specific hazard present in the workspace. The sources highlight several common hazards in industrial and safety context. That's what we clearly make it. Identifying the hazards in process industries. Before PPE selected, it is essential to identify specific hazards that are present. In the workplace. It gives a common hazard in industrial and process safety context. We come across this chemical release, we come across fire and explosion, we come across mechanical hazards, we come across work at height hazard, we come across electrical hazard, we come across ergonomic hazard. These are all the 6 hazards which we see. There is a primary danger which include gas leaks, oil spill, and toxic fumes from equipment failure, human error, or natural disaster. This equipment exposure can lead to poisoning, unconsciousness, burns, and eye injuries. How do we prevent ourselves? Fire and explosions. There are significant physical hazards in industrial operations, mechanical hazards, work at height hazard, electrical hazard, ergonomic hazard. These are the six hazards, six risks which we have seen. Chemical release. When there's a toxic release, chemical release, there's a prime danger that can be. How do we protect ourselves from the chemical releases? How do we protect ourselves from the fire and explosions? How do we protect ourselves from the mechanical hazards? That is, fire and explosions. There are significant physical hazards in industrial operations. Because of industrial operations, there may be some fire and there may be some explosions. Mechanical is the crush injuries, amputation, fracture, laceration from machinery and workplace transports. Work at height hazard. Yes, that can lead to head injuries, unconsciousness, spinal injuries, fractures, strain, and sprains. Electrical injuries, risk of electrical shocks, risk of electrical burns. Ergonomic hazards, such as repetitive motion injuries, that can also cause an injury. That's about it.